Canned sardines are one of the most nutrient-rich foods on the planet. But here's a shocking truth. If you're not careful, they can silently damage your health. It's true. Behind that little metal can could be a dangerous mix of toxic metals, salt overload, and chemicals that may affect your brain, kidneys, and even your heart. Most people eat them thinking they're doing something good for their body. And in many ways they are. Sardines are packed with essential nutrients, but only if you eat the right type, in the right way. Otherwise, what you think is healthy could slowly become harmful. Let's dive into this surprising truth. Sardines have been eaten for centuries. They're named after the Italian island of Sardinia, where people have enjoyed them for generations. They became popular worldwide because they're cheap, tasty, and full of nutrients. Just one small can offer 20 grams or more of protein, over 300 milligrams of calcium, and loads of omega-3 fats. That's amazing, right? Especially if you're over 50 and need bone and heart support. But wait, it gets better. Sardines also give you vitamin D, which helps absorb calcium and keeps bones strong. They provide B12, which keeps your brain sharp and nerves healthy. They have selenium too, which supports your immune system. And they even contain phosphorus, which is good for your bones and teeth. Honestly, when it comes to nutrition, sardines are a little miracle. But, and this is a big but, not all canned sardines are safe. Let's talk about the risks. Because yes, there are risks, and most people never hear about them. First is mercury. While sardines are lower in mercury compared to tuna or swordfish, they are not mercury-free. Mercury builds up in the ocean. If sardines are caught near polluted waters, they can absorb small but dangerous amounts. When you eat them regularly, those metals build up in your body. That's a problem. Mercury affects the brain and nervous system. It can cause headaches, memory problems, and mood swings. It may even raise your blood pressure. A study published in Environmental Health Perspectives showed that fish caught near industrial zones had much higher levels of heavy metals. So it's not just about the fish. It's about where the fish comes from. The second big risk is cadmium. Sardines, like many other small fish, can contain cadmium. Cadmium is a heavy metal found in some ocean floors, especially near factories or polluted ports. Over time, cadmium builds up in your kidneys and bones. This can lead to kidney disease and even bone weakening. The worst part, you won't feel the damage right away. It creeps up over months or even years. That's why it's so dangerous. You might think you're eating healthy, but inside, your body is struggling. Third, let's talk about sodium. Most canned sardines are preserved in salt. That's how they last so long on the shelf. But some cans contain over 400 to 500 milligrams of sodium per serving. That's about 25% of your entire daily limit, just from one small can. High sodium can increase blood pressure. It stresses your heart. It can lead to fluid retention and swelling. For seniors, this is especially risky. If you already take blood pressure medicine or have heart disease, salty sardines can make things worse. Now here's something even more alarming. BPA. Many sardine cans are lined with a chemical called bisphenol A, or BPA. It's used to prevent the metal from corroding. But BPA can leach into the fish, especially when the can is heated during the sterilizing process. BPA is known to mimic estrogen in the body. It disrupts hormones. It's been linked to infertility, breast cancer, prostate problems, and even early puberty in children. BPA exposure is especially harmful for older adults who already have weakened immune systems. So, when you buy canned sardines, check for the label BPA-free. It matters more than you think. And now let's talk about something called histamine poisoning. Ever heard of it? Most people haven't. But it's real. It's also called scombroid poisoning. When fish like sardines are not stored properly, they build up histamine. Even if the fish looks and smells fine, histamine can still be present. When you eat it, you may feel flushed, get a headache, feel dizzy, or even break out in a rash. Some people experience nausea or a fast heartbeat. It's not an allergy. It's a toxin, and it can happen from poorly handled fish. So never eat sardines that are expired, dented, or swollen. Always buy from trusted brands. So, let's ask the big question. Are canned sardines safe for older adults? The answer is, it depends. If you have kidney problems, you need to be extra careful. Sardines are high in purines. Purines break down into uric acid in the body. If your kidneys can't filter it out properly, uric acid builds up. This can lead to gout, a painful joint condition that's common in older adults. Gout usually starts in the big toe. It becomes swollen, red, and extremely painful. But it can also affect knees, elbows, and fingers. So if you have gout or kidney disease, limit sardine intake to once per week, or avoid it altogether. Now, what about your heart? Sardines are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which are good for heart health. But if the can is loaded with sodium, that benefit gets canceled out. Seniors who eat too much salt may suffer from high blood pressure, stroke risk, or even congestive heart failure. The key here is balance. You want the benefits without the risks. That means choosing the right brand and preparing them the right way. Let's take a closer look at the good side. Despite these dangers, sardines can still be a powerful health food, if handled correctly. The omega-3 fatty acids in sardines are anti-inflammatory. They reduce bad cholesterol, lower triglycerides, and protect your arteries. Studies show that people who eat oily fish like sardines at least twice a week have a lower risk of heart attack. Sardines also improve brain health. The DHA in sardines supports memory, focus, and mood. Seniors who consume more DHA are less likely to develop Alzheimer's or dementia. That's a huge plus. Sardines also help with bone density. Their calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin D work together to make bones stronger. For postmenopausal women or seniors with osteoporosis, sardines can be a natural bone protector. So, how can you get the benefits while avoiding the risks? Start with the label. Always check where the sardines were caught. Fish from Norway, Portugal, or Spain tend to be cleaner. Avoid fish caught near industrial zones. Next, check the packaging. Look for BPA-free cans. If it's not listed, it probably has BPA. Go for sardines packed in olive oil, not soybean oil or brine. Olive oil is rich in antioxidants and helps preserve omega-3 fatty acids. Soybean oil is highly processed and can cause inflammation. Brine means more salt. So go for water-packed or olive oil-packed sardines with low or no salt added. Read the sodium content carefully. If it's over 300 milligrams per serving, it's too much for daily use. Choose brands that offer low sodium or no salt added versions. Some good ones include Wild Planet, Safe Catch, and King Oscar. These brands source their fish responsibly and test for metals and BPA. They cost a bit more, but your health is worth it. Now let's talk about how often you should eat sardines. The FDA recommends eating low-mercury fish 2 to 3 times per week. That includes sardines. If you're healthy and don't have kidney problems or high blood pressure, 2 to 3 cans a week is fine. But if you have gout, kidney issues, or salt sensitivity, limit to 1 can per week. And make sure it's from a clean, low-salt brand. When preparing sardines, you can take a few extra steps to protect yourself. First, rinse them gently under running water. This helps remove some of the salt and excess oil. Second, cook them lightly. Even though canned sardines are pre-cooked, heating them for a few minutes helps kill bacteria and makes them easier to digest. Add lemon juice or garlic. These natural antioxidants help counteract toxins and support digestion. And try eating them with vegetables or whole grains. This creates a balanced meal and lowers the acid load on your kidneys. Remember, food is medicine. But even medicine must be taken the right way. Canned sardines can heal, or they can harm. It all depends on how you choose, prepare, and consume them. So next time you open a can, think beyond the taste. Think about your heart, your bones, your brain, and your future. You deserve to enjoy the benefits of sardines without the hidden dangers. Now that we've explored the risks and benefits of canned sardines, let's go even deeper. Because there's more to the story than just mercury, salt, and BPA. Most people think that once you pick a good brand, you're safe. But honestly, that's only half the battle. How you eat sardines matters just as much as what kind you buy. And if you're over 50, it matters even more. Let's begin with preparation. A lot of people eat sardines straight from the can. That's quick and easy, but not always the healthiest option. First, rinse them. Just run them under water for 10 to 20 seconds. This removes excess sodium, oil, or preservatives. It may also help reduce surface toxins, especially if the sardines were packed in brine or vegetable oil. Second, warm them up. Even though canned sardines are pre-cooked, gently heating them helps improve digestion. It can also kill any remaining bacteria or histamine-forming microbes that may have survived. You don't need to fry them. Just sauté lightly or warm in a pan with garlic or olive oil. Third, combine sardines with natural antioxidants. Lemon juice, parsley, garlic, turmeric, or fresh herbs work well. These ingredients fight inflammation and protect against oxidative stress. Some studies suggest that pairing sardines with antioxidants may reduce the body's absorption of harmful metals like cadmium. Another good idea is to eat sardines as part of a balanced meal. Add them to salads, brown rice, quinoa, or steamed vegetables. This helps slow down digestion and lowers the acid load on your kidneys. Balanced meals also improve nutrient absorption and keep your blood sugar steady. Now, let's talk brands. Not all sardines are created equal. Some are clean and responsibly sourced, while others are, a bit risky and poorly labeled. So, let's make it easy. First on the list is Wild Planet. This brand is known for sourcing sardines from clean Pacific waters. Their cans are BPA-free. They offer low-sodium options, and they pack sardines in olive oil or water, never soybean or brine. Wild Planet is one of the most trusted names in sustainable seafood. They test for mercury and follow safe harvesting practices. Second is Safe Catch. This company tests every single fish for mercury. That's right, every fish, not just random samples. They also pack their sardines in extra virgin olive oil or purified water. No preservatives, no additives. They are low in salt and high in quality. Safe Catch is especially good for people with mercury sensitivity, kidney problems, or heart issues. Third is King Oscar. These sardines come from Norway. Clean waters, cold temperatures, and less pollution. Their products are certified by the Marine Stewardship Council, which means they meet high environmental and health standards. King Oscar offers skinless and boneless sardines too, which many seniors prefer for easier chewing and digestion. Other decent brands include Season, Bella, and Matiz. But always check the label. Look for the following: BPA-free cans, olive oil or water-based packing, low sodium, less than 250 milligrams per serving, and clear country of origin. If the can doesn't say where the sardines were caught, just put it back on the shelf. Transparency matters. Now let's look at who should be cautious or avoid sardines altogether. First, people with gout. Sardines are rich in purines. When digested, purines break down into uric acid. If too much uric acid builds up, it forms sharp crystals in your joints. This is what causes gout. Painful, red, swollen joints, often in the big toe. Gout attacks are extremely painful and can last for days. If you've had gout before, you know what I'm talking about. So, if you're prone to gout, or your doctor has warned you about uric acid, eat sardines very rarely or not at all. Second, those with chronic kidney disease. Your kidneys filter out waste from your blood. But when they're damaged, they struggle to remove excess phosphorus, protein, and uric acid. Sardines contain all three. This puts extra stress on your kidneys. It can also cause phosphorus buildup in your blood, leading to bone and heart problems. If you have stage 3 or 4 kidney disease, limit sardines to once a month or avoid them completely. Third, people with histamine intolerance. Some bodies can't break down histamine properly. When you eat high histamine foods, like sardines, you may get headaches, skin rashes, flushing, or even digestive issues. If you've ever eaten sardines and felt itchy, dizzy, or uncomfortable afterwards, it could be histamine poisoning. This is especially likely if the sardines were stored improperly or bought from a cheaper, unregulated brand. Fourth, if you have high blood pressure, you need to watch your sodium. One salty can of sardines can raise your blood pressure for hours. Over time, this adds to your cardiovascular risk. If you already take BP medication, high-sodium sardines could be pushing your numbers up without you even knowing it. So opt for no salt-added versions or rinse the sardines before eating. Let's pause here and ask a question. How many sardines per week are actually safe? For healthy adults with no kidney, heart, or gout issues, 2 to 3 cans a week is fine. The omega-3 fatty acids and calcium make this a smart move. But don't eat more than that. Even though sardines are lower in mercury than large fish, mercury still builds up in your system over time. If you have high blood pressure or kidney concerns, stick to 1 can a week, or every other week. Seniors especially need to be cautious. Your body processes toxins slower as you age, so moderation is key. Always choose quality over quantity. A single can from a trusted brand is better than multiple cans from a mystery label. Now, let's talk about benefits. Because after all these warnings, you may be thinking, should I even eat sardines? The answer is yes, if you're smart about it. When eaten correctly, sardines can boost your health in powerful ways. First, brain health. Sardines are rich in DHA, an omega-3 fatty acid that protects your brain. It helps maintain memory, reduces brain fog, and lowers your risk of dementia. Seniors who eat more omega-3s often show better cognitive function in studies. This isn't just theory, it's proven science. Second, heart health. Omega-3s reduce triglycerides, lower blood pressure, and reduce inflammation in arteries. Sardines also contain CoQ10, a compound that supports heart energy and performance. A study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association showed that omega-3 rich fish reduced sudden cardiac death by up to 45%. That's huge. Third, bone strength. Sardines contain calcium, vitamin D, and phosphorus, all critical for bone health. This trio helps prevent osteoporosis and reduces your risk of fractures. As you age, your bones naturally lose density. Sardines help slow that process. Fourth, immune support. Sardines provide selenium, which boosts immune defenses and helps fight infections. They also contain B12 and niacin, which support nerve function and energy production. And finally, sardines help with muscle health. Each can has about 20 to 22 grams of high-quality protein. This supports muscle repair, reduces age-related muscle loss, and keeps you stronger for longer. So here's the real truth. Sardines are not your enemy. They are one of the most underrated superfoods on Earth. But like any food, they must be chosen, prepared, and eaten wisely. That's how you turn a risky food into a healing one. Now let's go over a few smart sardine hacks to make your meals even better. First, mix sardines with mashed avocado and lemon juice. This makes a tasty, heart-healthy spread for whole grain toast. Second, chop sardines into a Mediterranean salad with tomatoes, olives, cucumber, and herbs. Add a drizzle of olive oil and a splash of vinegar. Third, add them to scrambled eggs or omelets. The flavor blends in well, and you get protein, omega-3s, and vitamins all in one dish. Fourth, make sardine patties by mixing with breadcrumbs, garlic, parsley, and 1 egg. Pan sear until crispy. This adds variety to your meals and makes sardines more appealing, especially for people who don't like the strong flavor. If you're still unsure, talk to your doctor, especially if you have existing health issues. Ask about mercury, sodium, purines, and kidney function. Many dietitians also recommend sardines, but only the right kind. Use this video as a guide to ask the right questions. Health isn't about avoiding everything. It's about making informed choices. Sardines can be part of a healing plan for your heart, brain, and bones. Or they can quietly cause damage. It all depends on you. Let's recap quickly. Sardines are high in omega-3 fatty acids, calcium, vitamin D, and protein. They support your brain, heart, and bones. But some sardines contain mercury, BPA, excess sodium, or purines. These can hurt your kidneys, raise your blood pressure, and trigger gout. So choose BPA-free cans. Pick brands like Wild Planet, Safe Catch, or King Oscar. Go for water or olive oil-packed sardines. Avoid brine and vegetable oils. Rinse before eating. Eat with antioxidants like lemon or garlic. Stick to 1 to 3 cans per week based on your health status. And avoid them if you have gout, kidney disease, or histamine issues. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more senior-friendly health advice. We break down science into easy steps, because your health matters. Share this with someone who eats canned fish regularly. It could protect their heart, brain, or kidneys. And leave a comment. Do you eat sardines? What brand do you trust? Let's start the conversation below.